Have you ever felt your words fall flat, leaving your message misunderstood? Whether it's a presentation, a job interview, or a casual chat, clear communication can make all the difference. Speak smart. How to speak with confidence and clarity is your guide to mastering the art of speaking with confidence, clarity, and impact. Let's unlock the secrets together. Communication is the backbone of every relationship, career, and opportunity. Yet many of us struggle to express our thoughts clearly, leaving our potential untapped. This audiobook isn't about fancy words or speaking like an actor. It's about speaking with clarity, confidence, and purpose. How to speak smart. This guide offers practical steps to improve your communication, whether you're a seasoned speaker or prone to nervousness in front of an audience. Chapter 1. What is articulate? Being articulate isn't about using complex vocabulary or sounding academic. It's about expressing your ideas with clarity and ease of understanding, and confident. Think of it like this. If your ideas are a picture, being articulate is the frame that makes them stand out and look complete. The goal is to make sure your message reaches others exactly as you intend it to. One of the biggest challenges people face when trying to be articulate is overthinking. When we worry too much about how we sound, or what others might think, we end up stumbling over our words or saying things that don't make sense. The key is to relax and focus on the message you want to share, not on how you're saying it. Another common issue is not having the right words to express yourself. If your vocabulary is limited, it can feel like you're trying to paint a picture with only a few colors. But here's the good news. Vocabulary can be improved over time. You don't need to learn every word in the dictionary. Just focus on words that are useful and relevant to your daily life. Being articulate is a skill, not something you're born with. It takes practice, patience, and a willingness to learn, whether you're speaking to one person or a crowd. The ability to communicate clearly and confidently can open doors and create opportunities. Chapter 2. The power of a strong vocabulary. Words are the tools we use to share our thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Just like a carpenter needs the right tools to build something great, we need the right words to communicate effectively. A strong vocabulary is like having a well-stocked toolbox. It gives you more options to express yourself clearly and precisely, but building your vocabulary doesn't mean memorizing every word in the dictionary. It's about learning words that are useful and relevant to your everyday life. One of the best ways to expand your vocabulary is through reading, whether it's books, articles, or even well-written blogs. Reading exposes you to new words in context. This helps you understand not just what the words mean, but also how to use them naturally. To naturally expand your vocabulary, immerse yourself in subjects you find engaging. For instance, a keen interest in technology will effortlessly introduce you to terms like algorithm and interface. Additionally, a valuable strategy is to study root words. Many English words derive from Latin or Greek origins, and comprehending these roots can aid in deciphering the meanings of new vocabulary. For instance, if you know that bio means life, you can easily understand words like biology or biography. Using a thesaurus is another great way to find synonyms and add variety to your speech. But the audiobook reminds us not to use big or complex words just to impress others. The goal is to communicate clearly, not to show off. Start by practicing new words and casual conversations, and over time you'll notice your vocabulary growing naturally. A strong vocabulary not only helps you express yourself better, but also makes you a more confident and effective communicator. Chapter 3. The art of listening. Communication isn't just about speaking. It's also about listening. In fact, being a good listener can make you a better speaker. When you truly listen to someone, you gain a deeper understanding of their thoughts and feelings, which helps you respond in a more thoughtful and meaningful way. Listening isn't just hearing words. It's about paying attention to the message behind them. The author introduces the concept of active listening, which means giving you full attention to the speaker without getting distracted. In today's world, this can be challenging. We're often surrounded by distractions like phones, notifications, or even our own thoughts. But with practice, you can train yourself to be more present in conversations. One simple way to do this is by asking questions. When you ask questions, it shows the speaker that you're engaged and interested. It also helps clarify anything you might not have understood. Another helpful technique is paraphrasing. This means repeating what the speaker has said in your own words. It not only shows that you're listening, but also gives the speaker a chance to correct you if you've misunderstood something. For example, if someone says, "I've been feeling really stressed at work," you could respond with, "It sounds like your job has been overwhelming lately. Is that right?" Nonverbal cues are also a big part of listening. Making eye contact, nodding, and using facial expressions to show understanding can make the speaker feel heard and valued. These small gestures can go a long way in building trust and connection. By becoming a better listener, you'll not only improve your communication skills, but also strengthen your relationships. People appreciate it when they feel heard, and being a good listener can make you a more empathetic and effective communicator. Listening is an art, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. Chapter 4. Organizing your thoughts. Have you ever started speaking only to realize halfway through that you've lost track of what you wanted to say? This happens to almost everyone, and it's usually because we haven't organized our thoughts before speaking. Clear communication starts with clear thinking. When your thoughts are structured, your words flow more naturally and your message becomes easier to understand. One simple way to organize your thoughts is to create an outline. This doesn't have to be complicated. It can be a quick mental checklist or even a few notes written down. For example, if you're preparing for a presentation, jot down the main points you want to cover. This helps you stay focused and ensures you don't miss anything important. Another helpful technique is the PREP method. PREP stands for point, reason, example, point. Here's how it works. First, state your main point clearly. Next, explain the reason behind it, why it matters, or why you believe it. Then give an example to illustrate your point and make it more relatable. Finally, restate your main point to reinforce it. This method is especially useful in situations where you need to think on your feet, like during a meeting, an interview, or even a casual conversation. This book emphasizes the importance of organizing thoughts to avoid rambling. Tangents and unnecessary details can confuse the audience and dilute the message. Therefore, it's crucial to be concise, focusing on key points and preventing information overload for the listener. By taking a moment to organize your thoughts before speaking, you'll not only communicate more effectively, but also feel more confident. Whether you're giving a speech, explaining an idea, or sharing a story, a little preparation goes a long way in making your message clear and impactful. Chapter 5. Speaking with confidence. Confidence is like the secret ingredient that makes your communication more powerful and convincing. When you speak with confidence, people are more likely to listen to you, trust what you're saying, and take your ideas seriously. But here's the thing. Confidence doesn't come naturally to everyone, and that's completely okay. The good news is confidence is something you can build over time with practice and the right mindset. One of the best ways to build confidence is through regular practice. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll feel. You can start small. Practice in front of a mirror, record yourself speaking, or even rehearse with a friend or family member. If you're looking for a more structured approach, consider joining a public speaking group like Toastmasters, where you can practice in a supportive environment and get feedback from others. Another powerful tool is visualization before a big presentation or an important conversation. Take a few moments to close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking confidently and effectively. Picture the audience nodding in agreement or responding positively to your words. This mental exercise can help calm your nerves and boost your self-assurance. Your body language also plays a huge role in how confident you appear. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and use natural gestures to emphasize your points. These small adjustments can make a big difference in how others perceive you and how you feel about yourself. Finally, don't be afraid of making mistakes. Everyone stumbles. Sometimes even the most experienced speakers. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and they don't define you. The more you embrace imperfection and focus on progress rather than perfection, the more confident you'll become. Confidence isn't about being flawless. It's about believing in yourself and your ability to communicate effectively. With practice, patience, and the right techniques, you can become a more confident and articulate speaker. Chapter 6. Eliminating filler words. Filler words like and like can sneak into our speech without us even realizing it. While they might seem harmless, they can make you sound unsure, unprepared, or even less confident, even if you know exactly what you're talking about. The good news is, with a little awareness and practice, you can reduce or even eliminate these distracting words from your speech. One of the simplest and most effective techniques is to replace filler words with a pause. Silence might feel awkward at first, but it's actually a powerful tool. A brief pause gives you a moment to gather your thoughts and plan what you're going to say next. It also makes your speech sound more deliberate and thoughtful. For example, instead of saying, I think we should try this approach, you could pause and say, I think we should try this approach. The second version sounds much more confident and polished. Another helpful strategy is to record yourself speaking. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's one of the best ways to identify your filler word habits. Listen to the recording and pay attention to when and why you use filler words. Are they showing up when you're nervous, unsure, or trying to think quickly? Once you're aware of the patterns, you can work on breaking them. Slowing down your speech can also make a big difference. When we talk too fast, we're more likely to rely on filler words as a way to buy time, while our brain catches up by speaking at a slower, more measured pace. You'll give yourself more time to think and choose your words carefully. This not only reduces filler words, but also makes your speech clearer and easier to follow. Eliminating filler words takes practice, but the effort is worth it. Over time, you'll notice your speech becoming smoother, more confident, and more professional. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small improvements that add up to big results. Chapter 7. Adapting to your audience. One of the most important skills in communication is knowing how to adapt your message to your audience. What works for one group might not work for another, so it's essential to tailor your approach based on who you're speaking to. Start by understanding your audience's background, interests, and level of knowledge. For example, if you're talking to a group of experts, you can use technical terms and go into detail without worrying about losing them. But if your audience is new to the topic, you'll need to simplify your language, avoid jargon, and provide more context to help them follow along. Empathy is also key. Put yourself in your audience's shoes and think about what they care about or what questions they might have. Are they looking for practical advice, inspiration, or just a clear explanation? By addressing their needs and concerns, you'll make your message more relatable and engaging. Adapting to your audience isn't about changing your core message. It's about presenting it in a way that resonates with them. This builds trust, keeps them interested, and ensures your communication is effective. Whether you're speaking to a large crowd or having a one-on-one conversation, understanding your audience is the first step to making a lasting impact. Chapter 8. Practicing public speaking. Public speaking is a skill that many people fear, but it's also one of the most valuable abilities you can develop. The audiobook shares practical tips to help you overcome this fear and become a more confident speaker. One of the best ways to start is by practicing in low-pressure environments like speaking in front of friends, family, or small groups. This helps you build confidence without the stress of a large audience. Using visual aids such as slides, props, or images can also make your presentation more engaging and help you stay on track. They give your audience something to focus on and can make complex ideas easier to understand. Another great tip is to involve your audience. Ask questions, share stories, or encourage participation to keep them interested and connected to your message. Practicing public speaking transforms presentations into interactive experiences, helping you feel more at ease on stage. With consistent effort, your nerves will diminish, and your ability to express ideas will sharpen. Public speaking is a skill that improves with experience, so seize every chance to practice and develop. Chapter 9. Writing to improve speaking. Writing and speaking are deeply connected, and working on one can help you improve the other. This book explains that writing forces you to organize your thoughts and choose your words carefully, which can make your speech clearer and more structured. One simple way to practice this is by journaling regularly. Writing about your day, your thoughts, or even your goals helps you process ideas and express them more effectively. Another helpful exercise is editing your writing. When you revise your work, you learn to cut out unnecessary words and focus on what's important. This habit of being concise and precise can carry over into your speaking, making your communication more impactful. Finally, try reading your writing out loud. This not only helps you catch errors or awkward phrases, but also improves your delivery and pacing. It's a great way to practice speaking clearly and confidently, even if you're just talking to yourself. By incorporating writing into your routine, you'll notice your speaking skills improving over time. Writing helps you think more clearly, and clear thinking leads to clear communication. It's a simple but powerful way to become a more articulate speaker. Chapter 10. Overcoming nervousness. Feeling nervous before speaking is completely normal, but it doesn't have to hold you back. This audiobook shares practical strategies to help you manage nervousness and communicate more effectively. One of the simplest and most effective techniques is deep breathing. Taking slow, deep breaths calms your body and mind, helping you feel more in control. Try inhaling deeply for 4 counts, holding for 4 counts, and exhaling for 4 counts. Preparation is another key to overcoming nervousness. The more familiar you are with your material, the more confident you'll feel. Practice your speech or conversation ahead of time, and know your main points inside and out. This reduces the fear of forgetting what to say now. Try reframing your mindset instead of seeing nervousness as a bad thing. Think of it as excitement. Both emotions create similar physical reactions like a racing heart or butterflies in your stomach. But excitement is positive energy you can use to your advantage. Tell yourself, I'm not nervous. I'm excited to share my ideas. By using these strategies, you can turn nervousness into a tool that helps you perform better rather than something that holds you back. With practice, you'll feel more confident and in control every time you speak. Chapter 11. The role of body language. Your words are important, but your body language speaks just as loudly. This book explains that nonverbal cues like eye contact, gestures, and posture can either strengthen or weaken your message. For example, maintaining eye contact shows confidence and helps you connect with your audience, while avoiding eye contact can make you seem unsure or disinterested. Gestures are another powerful tool. Using your hands naturally to emphasize points can make your speech more engaging and dynamic. However, overdoing it or using repetitive movements can be distracting, so aim for gestures that feel natural and purposeful. Posture also plays a big role. Standing or sitting up straight projects confidence and authority, while slouching can make you appear less credible or enthusiastic. Simple adjustments like keeping your shoulders back and your head up can make a big difference in how others perceive you. By paying attention to your body language, you can reinforce your words and make your communication more effective. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Small changes in your posture, gestures, and eye contact can help you appear more confident, credible, and engaging. Chapter 12. Continuous improvement. Becoming an articulate communicator isn't a one-time achievement, it's a lifelong journey. Author reminds us that there's always room to grow, and the best communicators are those who never stop learning. One of the most effective ways to improve is by seeking feedback. Ask friends, colleagues, or mentors for honest input on your communication style. What are your strengths? What could you work on? Constructive feedback helps you identify areas for growth and refine your skills. Another great way to improve is by observing skilled communicators. Pay attention to how they structure their sentences, use body language, and engage their audience. Whether it's a public speaker, a colleague, or even a character in a movie, you can learn a lot by studying what makes their communication effective. Finally, stay curious. The more you learn, the more you'll have to talk about and the more articulate you'll become. Read books, listen to podcasts, or explore new topics that interest you. Knowledge fuels conversation, and curiosity keeps your communication fresh and engaging. Improving your communication skills is a continuous process, but it's also a rewarding one. By staying open to feedback, learning from others, and nurturing your curiosity, you'll keep growing as a communicator and make a lasting impact in every conversation. So speak smart. How to Speak with Confidence and Clarity is more than just a book. It's a roadmap to becoming a better communicator. Whether you're looking to improve your public speaking skills, hold more engaging conversations, or simply express yourself more clearly, this guide has something for you. The key takeaway is that articulation is a skill, not a talent. With practice, patience, and the right techniques, anyone can learn to communicate with clarity and confidence. So what are you waiting for? Start practicing today and watch your communication skills soar. Remember, every great speaker was once a beginner. Take it one step at a time, and soon you'll see the difference in how you connect with others. Thank you for joining us on this journey to better communication. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Inside the Covers for more insights and tips from the world's best books. Until next time, keep speaking smart.